Can you explain on where we can use AI for the average Filipino and for the average entrepreneur dito sa Pinas?
First of all is marketing. Hi, my name is Jasmine De Luna and everybody knows me better as your AI bestie. I am the founder of Luna AI Systems. And also, I'm a content creator, yun nga, your AI bestie. Real talk on anything about AI self-development and AI tools that can upgrade your life. Technically, AI takes tasks, not talent.
What's the first step for them to learn AI and how to use it in business?
The two most used AI tools na feeling ko, it will help you so much with costs, especially with multimedia. Number one is
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the host and guests and do not necessarily reflect those of the producers, network, or sponsors. Listener discretion is advised.
This first session, let's talk about introduce yourself, who you are, what you do, your expertise, and what knowledge you would like to share to our audiences.
So yeah, hi, my name is Jasmine De Luna and everybody knows me better as your AI bestie. Kasi there came a time na nagkakagulo yung buong Pilipinas with regards to AI. Ano ba yan? Hala, papalitan na tayo. Hala, wala na tayong trabaho. But in reality, AI is here to upgrade you. It will not replace you. It is here to upgrade you. Because technically, AI takes tasks, not talent. Right? Tasks lang naman ang kinukuha niya. Hindi niya naman kinukuha yung talento mo. Your ability for storytelling, your ability to create things, build things. AI can build things, pero kinukopya lang naman niya kung ano yung binibuild mo. Right? So AI can also, is still human. So right now, I am the founder of Luna AI Systems. So it is the very first in the Philippines na AI systems builder na may kasamang business solutions.
Okay.
And also, I'm a content creator, yun nga, your AI bestie. Real talk on anything about AI self-development and AI tools that can upgrade your life. And I have a mission. My mission and my goal for my goal in the next 12 months is to empower 1 million Filipinos with artificial intelligence for nation building.
Wow.
So I can see that innovation and technology will always push the human race forward, and definitely baka makakita tayo ng first world Philippines kasi I believe that Filipinos have first world talents stuck in a third world country, but with the right resources, wag lang nakawin. Wag lang nakawin. And with the right, the right push and the right technology, pag napasa kamayan ng Pilipino, pag natutong magseryoso, kasi ang Pilipino, pag binigyan mo ng teknologya, pag binigyan mo ng technology, talagang gagawin, kalokohan
yes.
But technically, that is one of the, tawag dito, evidences na kung puro kalokohan ng mga Pilipino, ang galing right? Pilipino, kahit sa mo ilagay, talented, magaling magpatawa, ang galing, ang bilis ng utak. So bakit di natin siya gamitin sa, ikakaunlad ng bayan natin?
Tama, because we're so creative in kalokohan. Let's just use it to build, and we need progress in our nation, di ba?
Indeed.
Let's dial back a bit. Prior to that, before all this AI, can you tell us who you are?
Well, back then, my history kasi, I was 14 years old when I started, nung na-start ako mamulat na, kaya ko palang kumita ng pera kahit anong edad ko. Like, kaya naman pala Kailangan mo lang alamin yung tamang opportunity and tamang connection. So I started doing business when I was 14. And I was the first one who built the first digital art school in the Philippines back then. Kasi may Art Hub Manila.
Nice.
So I co-founded it with my friends kasi back then when we were in UST, fine arts kasi ako, but I was a college dropout.
Okay.
Kasi sa arts walang pera. Partly true, partly not. But right now with the era of AI, I'm medyo struggling. Real talk lang. Huwag kayo magalit sa akin.
What year did you...
2010. And then, nakita ko yung mga kaklase ko, sobrang talented, pang Pixar, yung tipong
Okay.
pang talent na paliliparin mo ng Amerika. Pero, they were struggling to even apply for a job for 35,000 per month. And that saddened me.
Gosh.
Nasad talaga ako. So, what happened then was, since sabi ko, drop out ako, di naman ako graduate kasama nila, sabi ko, sige, gagawa na lang ako ng business na kikitain niyo yan per week and per month. So, parang, syempre, ang skill ko is magbenta, alam mo na, lahat kaya ibenta, yun talaga ako, wala na tayong magagawa dyan. Ang ginawa ko noon, I made a school wherein pwede sila magturo, kaya nilang ibenta yung services nila, yung skills nila through the power of education, since we all love learning and fine arts is all about learning how to do things, parang repetition. Sabi nga nila, repetition is the mother of all learning. So yun yung first digital art school. And then, syempre, bata pa ako noon, hindi ko alam ginagawa ko. Medyo nag-die down siya, and then hindi ko alam paano i-pivot. And then, of course, noong mga time na yun, I was also in network marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Open-minded ka ba? Charis.
Mga bilog-bilog yan.
But technically, kidding aside, no, sa mga network marketers dyan, I honor and acknowledge all of your experiences because it's not easy. It's not easy, selling door-to-door. It's just not easy building a team. But probably 80% ng skills ko came from there. I came from Sam Versosa, front row. I came from Joseph Lim, Highline. And then RDR, Raymond de los Reyes. And then Jonathan So and Carlito Macadangdang from JC. They are my very good friends. And nakita ko na ang mga pinakamalulupit at pinakamagagaling na tao sa Pilipinas ngayon, nanggaling probably sa network marketing, nanggaling sa wala, but yet, alam mo yung nag-strive. Yun yung pinakamagandang part ng journey namin. And then, ayun, medyo mahaba yung ano ko eh. But ang pinaka-highlight ng aking business journey was probably when I decided na I wanna start doing traditional business. Yung gusto ko yung may store, di ba? Madam ako, ganon. Ganon pa ako nung bata ako. Like,
And how old were you when you decided that you wanted?
I was probably like 20.
Okay.
I was 20. So, since I fell in love with the power of micro entrepreneurship, parang na-inlove ako sa mga online sellers. Yan, sabay-sabay kami sila Glenda de la Cruz, Rica de Tiques, marami pang ibang mga brand owners yan, sila Leo, Glutalipo. Lahat yan, nagsisell ng brands. Kaso, lahat sila online.
Ano yung ginawa mo?
Ang ginawa ko is, since Filipinos have this type of shopping behavior, backtrack tayong onte, baka di mo nakilala yung dating ikaw na ayaw mong bumili online kasi baka peke. Right?
O baka mali yung size pa. That was
before the pandemic.
Yeah.
Because that was me. Was me. Literal ako yon. Ayokong bumili niyan, baka di kasha, hindi ko alam paano i-return, baka peke, baka it's just too good to be true. Kasi that's why the Filipinos weren't ready for e-commerce before the pandemic. Sure. Literally. Kasi ayaw natin. Kasi sanay tayong pupunta ng SM, magpapa-aircon, maglalakad, magsa-Starbucks, magkakape, maglalakad, and then titignan yung damit na gusto bago mo bilhin. Kaya,
susukatin pa.
Ha? Yes.
Susukatin pa.
Kasi ganun ang Pilipino eh. Yes. 'Di ba? Kaya nga nasa atin ng Mall of Asia eh.
Yes.
Kasi tayo, lakwatsera. Lakwatsera talaga tayo, 'di ba? Like we like shopping, malls. Kahit wala kang bibili, gusto mo lang mag-ikot. Pilipinong trait 'yon. Sa ibang bansa hindi ganun. E-commerce talaga sila. So what I did was a multi-brand lifestyle concept store that was Society 8 concept stores back then, where I just wanted a space for the online sellers to have their piece of brick and mortar store for parang 8,000 per month. Parang co-working pero
Pero for what was this? For fashion?
Lahat.
All types
may
of
mga
retail.
may mga tas bawat store ko iba yung style.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Iba yung style, iba yung kulay. So, para siyang group branding effort.
So can we say that's kumbaga maliit na bazaar inside the mall? Parang ganun.
Parang
dating?
gano'n na mas pinaganda yung loob.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
so,
elevated na bazaar.
Parang elevated experience. So, it's an experiential experience kasi maraming kulay, ganyan. Para siyang,
What was the focus? Was it more clothes, shoes, jewelry, or halo-halo talaga?
Depende sa branches back then. May girly na store, merong craftsman na store. Marami. So, it's very interesting kasi creative akong tao eh. I was, yan ang pinaka, root ko. I'm an artist. Singer ako, painter ako, fine arts eh. But yun nga lang, walang pera nung time na yon.
Yeah.
As in, hindi ko makita yung sarili ko kasi gusto ko maging free eh. When I say free, I want to have the time and financial freedom. Ano meaning nun? Where time and financial freedom means na you have the time to enjoy your money and the money to enjoy your time. But most of all, the freedom to be me. To do all of my hobbies ng walang ano. Feeling ko kung mag-arts ako that time, sorry ho uli, hindi kakayanin. Noong time na yon. Kaya sabi ko, kailangan kong maghanap ng opportunity na magagamit ko yung skills ko. Pero, Sir Philip, sabi ko dati, kung hindi ko kaya or hindi ko alam, gagawin ko lahat para mapag-aralan kung paano yan. Kung hindi ko man master ang isang bagay, pero feeling ko doon ako magiging successful, aaralin ko yon hanggang ma-master ko. Dahil lahat naman na nagiging mahirap lang naman siya kapag di mo pa siya napapag-aralan.
That's true.
So, pinag-aralan ko hanggang parang naging na lang. Ganun pala yun, no? So, na-realize ko rin sa buhay na, ganun pala yun. Kapag may gusto ka, kahit very foreign sa'yo, at kapag minindset mo talaga at ginawa mo siya ng paulit-ulit, magiging normal na lang siya sa'yo, natural.
What happened to your brick and mortar business during the pandemic?
Well, noong 2019, I was an investee winner ng the Final Pitch Season 3, para siyang Philippines version of Shark Tank. That was 2019, so that was before the year. The year everything
got hit. And hold on, before, how much was invested in you?
Millions.
Wow.
Millions.
Wow.
Basta millions. So in short, it was a very successful year for me. Sa TV naman yun. Nasa YouTube yun still. But it was aired on television na I got that investment and more. And I got, of course, mentorship from the owners of Philippine Air Asia that time, Mega Sardines. I looked up to them, sobra. But then, as a network marketer, na seller na yun lang ang alam, pero di marunong maging negosyante, that's a different story. So I didn't know how to pivot kasi nagko-construct kami ng stores noon, and then the pandemic hit, ECQ, close lahat, anong gagawin ko? Even sa mga SM
What happened to your investments?
malls. Well, nandun pa rin naman. At that time, hindi pa lugi. Kasi nag-stop lang naman eh.
Yeah.
But yung shift na kung saan ako naging successful because of the Filipino shopping behavior, biglang nag-shift.
Yeah.
TikTok shop, left and right.
Shopee, Lazada.
Wala kang rent. Ads lang. So
Live selling.
Yeah, may live selling. Yun yung mga time na yun. I tried to pivot, but it was, somehow too late for me. Hindi na ako nakapivot. And also, hindi na rin kinaya ng mental health ko.
Yeah.
Lagi akong pagod, kasi syempre, ang nirarally ko is ang e-commerce hindi puputok sa Pilipinas. Bigla kayong lahat magbabago isip buong Pilipinas. So, parang tinanggap ko na lang din. But what happened back then, sabi ko, ayoko na magnegosyo. Kung marami akong masasaktan na tao, just because, kasi nung time na yon wala akong ginawa kundi tumulong sa tao. Gusto ko silang kumita ng mas malaki sa akin kasi ganoon ang nangyayari sa stores namin eh. Yung rent mo, 8,000, yung income mo, 1 million.
Wow.
Parang ganon. Hindi, syempre,
Nasa mall pa.
Revenue yun.
Yeah.
Parang I was happy doing that. Feeling ko, pinanganak ako, kasi sabi ko nga there are 2 important dates you have to remember in your entire lifetime. It is the day you were born and the day you find out why. And when I built that retail store brand, I realized na pinanganak ako para makatulong sa tao. Kung ano yung laman ng utak ko, pwedeng makapag-multiply ng all parts of life nila. Income nila, livelihood nila. And then, during the pandemic, parang hindi ko na nakakamit yun. Parang ang nangyayari, hindi na ako nakakatulong. Sabi ko, nag-rest na lang muna ako. Papahinga na lang muna ako indefinitely. I just want to, focus on myself. Ako naman muna. Kasi wala na akong ginawa kundi, to give. Lagi kong isipin yung iniisip na, yung well-being ng iba. Ako naman.
Yeah.
So, nangyari, tumira ako nun sa probinsya.
Sa yung province mo?
Ayoko na ng pera nung time na yon. Don't ever talk to me about money. I don't want it. Gusto ko ng simpleng buhay na may simpleng lifestyle. Ganun na ako, parang...
And it's safer during that time.
Yeah.
Saan yung province mo?
Nasa Batangas ako at that time. Cuenca, Batangas. Nagtago na lang ako, sabi ko, nagme-meditate na lang ako araw-araw. And I got hit by depression. Talagang naggagamot ako, 6 na gamot.
Wow.
Tapos, na-realize ko na kailangan ko pa rin kumita ng pera para mabuhay. So, sabi ko, na mga time na yon, ano ang pwede kong gawin habang nasa bahay ako, habang nandito ako sa super probinsya talaga. Like, anong gagawin ko? So, nag-search ako online na ano kayong pwede kong gawin? How can I earn from home? Anong nangyari? Yun yung bulusok ng mga virtual assistants.
Yes.
Right? Freelancing.
Yes.
So, saan ba ako magaling? Magaling ako magbenta. Magaling akong gumawa ng negosyo. Magaling akong magpalaki ng negosyo. Magaling akong...
creatives.
Mag-create ng kahit ano. Just anything. So, anong nangyari nun? Nauuso nun, VAs and automations. Wala pang AI nun. Automations lang. So, I became an automations expert, email marketing expert, funnel expert, lahat na kinuha ko. Meaning, lahat ng hindi ko alam kaya ako nag-fail bilang traditional retail brick and mortar store owner. Lahat yun pinag-aralan ko. Lahat ng digital. E-commerce. Nagbayad ako ng $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. Grabe. Nagastos ko ata 5 milyon, 6 na milyon para lang matuto.
Para matuto lang. No?
Yeah. Para lang matuto. So, sobrang learning phase. Meron tayong losing season, right?
Yeah.
That back then was my winning season. I consider that as a losing season, but rooting season din. When I say rooting season, yung nagpapaugat ka, may kasabihan di ba? Like the bamboo shoot. Do you know a bamboo shoot? The bamboo shoot, ilang years, maliit lang yan, cute lang yan. Pero kapag nahinog yan, tataas yan ng sobrang taas. So parang siguro yung nangyari. Gestation period ang tawag doon. Gestation period. Parang nagpahinog, then doon ko natutunan lahat na ganito pala, na yung mga technology na hindi natin ginagamit sa Pilipinas for business owners, na ginagamit sa US, kasi naging, ako, for a few years, naging VP for operations ako. Take note, drop out ako. Never ako naging empleyado. But, nag-bow down ako na, baka ito yung kailangan kong matutunan. Para mapunta ako sa next level ng buhay ko. Para mapunta ako ron sa next level na gusto ni Lord para sa akin. Hindi ko alam kung saan ako papunta, pero kung ano man tong automations na to, kung ano man tong mga workflow process engineering na yan, na certify, lahat ng certificate, kinuha ko, lahat, hanggang Lean Six Sigma.
Wow.
Lahat. Routing stage. Until, ni Chinese, I'm HSK4.
Okay.
Pati language. I learned Spanish, I learned Korean, I learned Arabic, I learned Italian. Lahat. In short, lahat ng pwede ko matutunan, sinaksak ko sa utak ko. Until nagiging serena ka na sa TikTok at AI daw yun.
During your transformation period, what pointed you to AI? I know automation has something to do with it, but ang dami hanggang ngayon, stuck up it sa automation. Because there's a big difference. But what was that Goldilocks moment na sabi mo, kailangan kong mag-invest in AI? What was that moment?
Well, that moment was probably, dati kasi mano-mano yung operations ko. And milyon ang nanakaw sa akin because of that. Maraming nawala. Kaya rin siguro,
Okay.
I was obsessed. I was so obsessed with automations kasi I like seeing things run on their own. Right? And dati nagagawa natin yan through Zapier. Alam ng mga freelancers yan. They are Zapier certifications. Na we're in, halimbawa, pag ito nangyari, mag-i-email siya, then ganito, ganyan. But now that we have artificial intelligence, imagine an AI agent, para kasing it's like a virtual employee that works for you 24/7. For example, an AI agent, an AI automations is different with an AI agent. An AI automations is, okay, kunwari ang pangalan ng AI ko is si Ana. Ana AI. Pinangalanan ko na. Okay, Ana, pag may nag-email ng payment, magre-reply ka, i-acknowledge mo, then, yun na. Then, i-record mo na paid na siya, itag mo yung email. Automations yan. But with an AI agent is different. Let me show you the difference. Ana, pag may nag-email, replyan mo, acknowledge mo, and then yung screenshot, lagay mo sa Google Drive, and then lagay mo sa Google Sheets, and then email mo ko na paid na siya, and then email mo yung marketing team at sales team na may ganitong lead para matawagan nila at ma-upsell. Bentahan uli na isa pa. An AI automation can't do that. But an AI agent who thinks and decides for you, that's different. So parang sabi ko, this will cut a lot of costs sa lahat ng negosyante. At yung error, kasi ang AI agent, it's not prone to human error eh. Humans, they make mistakes. But an AI agent na properly optimized, they will not make errors. Even yung mga, just like yesterday, we just made a receipt, tawag dito, a receipt AI agent. Na wherein, kukunan mo lang yung resibo, di ba sobrang dami minsan for BIR, kukunan mo lang and then nilalagay na niya sa Google Sheets, hindi ka na magde-data input. How much time will that save you? And money and salary and burnout sa mga tao mo na sana nag-focus na lang sa mga trabahong sila lang ang may kaya. Right? Parang gano'n. Yun yung aha moment ko nung time na yun.
Can you explain on where we can use AI for the average Filipino and for the average entrepreneur dito sa Pinas?
Well, ang pinaka-basic ngayon is, of course, multimedia. Lalong-lalo na, left and right, ang daming AI tools. But let me give you the two most used AI tools na feeling ko, it will help you so much with costs, especially with multimedia. Number one is Nano Banana. Have you used Gemini, Nano
Of course.
Banana? Yeah.
That's Google's latest
Yes.
AI that came out.
So, if you really just know how to prompt, kasi prompting is the new power skill of the AI era. If you don't know prompting, then you don't know the language.
Please define prompting because not for the average person, hindi nila alam ano yung prompting.
Well, yeah, prompting
Yeah,
is
what is prompting?
basically kung ano yung inutos mo kay AI. So meaning, in this AI era, kung marunong ka mag-utos or magaling ka mag-utos, pwede kang kumita ng malaki. Or you can take part sa AI Gold Rush.
Can you give me a small example of a prompt?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, usually kasi may framework to. First,
Okay.
you give it a role, give it a role,
Okay.
give it a goal, then give it context. Okay. For example, halimbawa, we're talking right now, and after this, I want to have a coffee with you downstairs, but I don't know which coffee shop. I will ask ChatGPT, act like my executive assistant, give it a role, para alam niya kung paano siya mag-act. Give it a goal. What's the goal? Okay, act like my executive assistant. Find me the best coffee shops within 1 kilometer radius and just tell your ChatGPT where you are specifically. And then role, goal, then context. Because I have a meeting And I want the ambience to be, for example, tahimik, ganyan. And then, magsa-search siya. Especially, we have agent mode in ChatGPT now. So, meaning parang, halimbawa, we're talking, if I do that for 30 seconds, later on, meron na siyang listahan after. And then, I will just show it to you sa mo gusto.
Interesting.
That is a very normal na use case.
Give me another use case for entrepreneurs naman. For, let's say, a traditional brick and mortar retail shop. What's the first step for them to learn AI and how to use it in their business?
First of all is marketing.
Okay.
Si Gemini, sobrang galing na, halimbawa, meron kang sale. Meron kang sale. O 50% off na sale. Then, so, upload mo yung logo mo sa Gemini, but make sure to create an image with the banana emoji.
Okay.
Okay? Nasasabihin mo lang, act like my graphic artist with 15 years of experience. Create me a social media promotional poster with 50% off on all products until blah, 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 blah. Lagyan mong color palette. C, right? Context.
Okay.
My brand's color palette, for example, is black and red. And just explain mo in your best way kung anong gusto mong itsura. Gusto mo bang may background? Gusto mo ba ng ganito, ganyan? And then upload your logo. Make sure that this logo is at the bottom right. Make it small but visible. Usually, pag ganun yung prompt mo, you don't need to edit. It's already nice na for posting.
So this helps for like a small business who could just create like a 30-day content or graphics even with captions on it and their tags and all that without even hiring a graphics artist.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting. Surprisingly, not a lot of startups I talk to, a lot of small businesses, they're not even aware that they could do stuff like this.
Yeah.
And
kasi,
okay, the mere question there, is that for free? Or is there a certain payment tier like to create this?
Free.
Oh, free siya.
Parang si ChatGPT, right? Limited.
Yeah.
Right? Medyo limited siya pag free. Parang ChatGPT lang. Pero kasi si Gemini, medyo pumapaldo siya sa image generation.
I see, okay.
ChatGPT medyo, kasi di ba sabi ko sa'yo, 2 tools. Number 1 is Gemini for image generation. I love ChatGPT, but when Gemini released this, I forgot ChatGPT. Or rather, Sora. The second one is actually Sora.
And Sora is?
2. Sora 2 is yung pambato naman ni ChatGPT. Since medyo nilamangan sila ni Google for the past 3 weeks, meron pala silang niluluto, which is si Sora. Si Sora is one of the best image generation model right now na may laban kay Google Veo. Google Veo is the video generation naman, na wherein kapag kinreate mo, parang video na talagang
realistic siya.
Actually, it has its pros and cons. Kasi the fire that melts the butter is the same fire that hardens the steel. So, it's a double-edged sword. Pag napunta naman yun sa mga hindi maganda ang hangarin, like, kahit nga ako AI coach na ako. Minsan, kapag halimbawa nagdadrive ako, may nakita ako, may nahulog na grandma. Yung pala, AI lang, naloka ako. Nahulog yung grandma sa cage ng zoo, tapos sa tiger. Tapos tinitignan lang siya ng tiger. Kinabahan ako, tapos na-realize ko,
AI lang siya.
parang AI yung nito. Which is, ngayon, gumagaling na sila. Even people who use AI every day,
maloloko din.
Yeah, so that is actually worrisome for me, but at the same time, it's exciting because it's part of innovation. But lahat naman may pros and cons eh. We just have to really educate the Filipinos with ethical use of AI. Yun.
So here's the situation. Okay. Business owner sells t-shirts, retail, they have a shop and all that. What is the first, are there prerequisites for that business owner or a certain knowledge that they have to know prior to using AI? How would you teach the business owner? Can you give us the steps?
Number 1 is sign up for a Google Gemini account. Okay? And then, ChatGPT, just those two. Kasi usually naman ang t-shirt, ano ba ang need mo? Number one is supplier. Pwede mong pa-search si ChatGPT ng supplier. Number two is the design. You can make your design sa Gemini. And maganda rito, pwede mo pa-render. Na ready to post with your
Kumbaga,
logo on it.
Modeling out whatever they could do with the t-shirts.
Exactly, yeah. Even with the model.
And-
Gusto mo sarili mo, ilagay mo, put me in that t-shirt, this is my photo, it will do it with the right prompt. So you don't need a photo shoot na.
So the prompts, I mean, is this what you guys teach in your company to these business owners? This is how you step by step?
We
Okay.
have, we're actually doing an AI bootcamp, but kasi it's probably one of the first also in the Philippines to have that kind of bootcamp. Number one is it's virtual. It's
Okay.
virtual. Second, it's a 30-day bootcamp.
Wow.
30 days.
Okay.
So it's a combination of recorded videos and weekly check-ins and one-on-one calls with me.
Is this study at your own pace or is
At
there
your
a
own
certain...
pace naman.
Okay.
And ang pinakamalupit doon, kasi may mga, of course, may mga students ako na VP ng mga company na pinagtatrabahuhan nila, yung company nagbayad sa kanila. But, syempre, wala silang time. Pwede mo ulitin.
Okay.
Kasi for me, learning is a never-ending learning journey. And AI is, grabe, bawat week may bagong tool. So, ina-update ko siya.
It evolves very fast. No?
Yeah, it evolves so fast na, but yet, ang Pilipino kasi ang sakit nila is the AI tools paralysis.
Which is?
The AI tools paralysis is sobrang dami mong gustong itry na tools, hindi mo na alam kung anong kailangan mo. But technically, for you to use AI and incorporate it with your company or whatever you're doing, you don't need 20 tools. You just need 3.
Can you name those
2 or
three?
3. Depende sa ginagawa mo. Like probably if you are a business owner, a ChatGPT paid membership is
Okay.
number 1, a must-have. Gemini, and probably music. Suno. Kasi you can make music with AI. Did you know that? You can make songs with Suno AI.
Also, is it the same thing? You just prompt on what kind of song, background
Exactly.
music?
So that's the
Okay.
reason why prompt engineering yung pinaka nire-recommend ko to learn first, hindi yung kung anong AI tools eh. Ang dami kasi nila yan. Ang dami niyan, pare-pareho lang yan, nasa YouTube yan, right? It's everywhere. You can learn it for free. Ang ginagawa namin sa bootcamp namin is literally parang nagtuturo ako ng language class.
Interesting. Okay. So it's really just basic English, just know what
It's
what
basic
details.
English, but knowing what words to use to express what you want to happen is somehow a drag if you don't have frameworks,
I see.
right? Kasi we have 4 weeks eh. Week 1 is prompt engineering, week 2 is AI tools, but may mga general, but with the one-on-one, I usually give them tools that I recommend them sa ginagawa nila. And then they make their own AI employees. Meron akong scripts and na templates na I give them para gumawa sila ng sarili nilang AI employees. That's first week. Second week, AI tools. And then third week is vibe coding. Vibe coding is kasi kaya mo nang gumawa ng kahit anong app. If you have a dream game nung bata ka, you will be able to make it now with just a prompt.
Wow.
So that's a dream come true for a lot of millennials and, kahit sino.
And can they sell these games if they develop?
You can. My students are selling their vibe coding apps for what? 500 pesos per month.
Wow.
May mga ganon. So, kailangan mo lang talaga ng diskarte. Because AI will... Ang maganda ron, yung mga nagsisell nun, si ChatGPT rin nagsabi sa kanila na gawin yun. You have the power of the world at the palm of your hands when you know how to use AI. And I call AI not just artificial intelligence, I call it abundance intelligence.
Nice.
With the abundance of intelligence, saan ka doon? How will you be able to maximize that for your advantage?
Let's talk about the finances side of AI. So business owner, startup, how much would they typically spend for a paid account, let's say in ChatGPT, in Gemini, in Sauna?
1,000?
Is that a
1,000
monthly?
pesos. Yeah, monthly. Siguro, mag-allot ka ng 3,000 pesos for your monthly subscriptions ng mga AI tools. Araw-araw mong gamitin yun, panalo ka na. It will earn you 30 times that. If you just know how to really use it. Kaya talagang nag-ano ko ng bootcamp. Kasi this bootcamp it's everything you need to know with AI. From step 1 to automations. Kung di ka pa ready sa AI automations, don't worry, nandito lang kami. Balikan mo kami next month kapag di ka pa ready. But you still have access.
So it's cheaper than hiring someone with a certain expertise. And it's faster, generates on time.
Exactly.
And pretty sure it's very, like you said, you could earn 30 times more than that, right? So with a budget of 3,000, I think that works pretty good for a startup company. Age range. Who can learn AI? Are we talking about just sa mga bata or pwede sa mga matatanda?
Just yesterday, although nagtuturo na ako sa mga bata, but 6 months na ako nagtuturo sa adults. But yesterday was actually the first time I taught kids ng 8 to 12 years old. And because of them, they inspired me to actually make this AI Kids Bootcamp.
Oh, that is
Kasi
nice.
tuwang-tuwa sila. And it sparked their creativity. Kasi yung ginawa namin, pinag-drawing ko sila, then okay, gawin mong cartoonized yan. And then, maraming activities, halimbawa, na-cartoonize na nila. O sige, lagyan mo ng, make it na parang, yung mga surprise lang. Make it na may hawak siyang french fries, tapos McDonald's. So, syempre, paano ko sasabihin sa AI? So, parang, it's a fun activity for them, but they didn't know that they are actually learning the most important skill of the AI era, which is prompting. And gumawa kami ng games.
And they don't teach that in school.
Yeah, kaya nga parang, since nobody's doing it here sa Pilipinas, sabi ko, ang goal ko is to, di ba? Alam mo yung goal ko, di ba? My goal is to empower and educate Filipinos with artificial intelligence for nation building. And we're technically nourishing and enriching the minds of our future leaders when we are enriching the minds of kids. So, sabi ko, sige. So, napilitan ako na i-release. So, yung 4 na kids na yun, they're very special to me. Kasi, they're very creative and sila yung nag-udyok talaga sa akin to make this AI bootcamp kasi na-inspire ako.
How was this bootcamp set up? Was it still online or was it in person? Because since they're kids,
meron mga online usually, but kasi online yung module, then may face-to-face. Kasi Filipinos pa rin tayo, right?
But do you offer something that's in person or face-to-face?
Yeah, monthly we have. But except this October kasi hindi na kinaya. But probably on November, we usually have once a month na event. It's usually a themed event. Like for example, last September, I did a Your First AI Agent. So yung Your First AI Agent nating masterclass, it's a 1-day masterclass, workshop, na wherein lalabas ka ron with your own AI agent powered by N8N.
Oh, sorry. This is for adults, right? Not for kids.
Adults, yes. But for kids, gagawin ko pa lang siya on November.
Okay.
But the goal there is for them to walk out with an AI-coded game.
I'm quite interested with this bootcamp for kids because I have kids and I want my eldest to learn that. So, this bootcamp, is it just a 1-day thing? Is there
Hindi
how
ako
is it
fan ng 1-day thing with AI.
Okay.
Because building something takes hours. And sometimes when you're building, you want to be comfortable at home. So probably, I'm still thinking about it, but may 1-day event na we're in workshop talaga, but meron kang take-home na courses.
Nice, activities.
Kasi parang ayaw naman kitang papuntahin ng 3 araw. Bata ka eh. Yung attention span mo, maboboard ka. So, ang ginawa ko, I partnered with their parents Okay, parent, ito ang gagawin
So,
mo.
may activities and
Parang
community
ganon.
events.
And
Okay.
may check-in din because AI is not your usual parang nagturo ka ng 3D printing or yung usual na nagturo ka ng watercolor painting. It's not something like that. These kids are literally playing with something so powerful na dapat bigyan mo sila ng tools and framework wherein they will be able to build something that they can be proud of. Like yung mga na-train ko, they wanted to be women, businessmen in the future. So they asked ChatGPT, based on how you know me, what business can I run to earn 5,000 pesos? O ayun, sabi, gumawa raw siya ng app na magre-review ng assignments. Eh di, ginawa niya nga yun, tapos binenta niya sa mga kaklase niya. So, nagbayad ng 20, 50, but still, that is a very good enriching activity for kids to learn the value of money. Building something for themselves na pag nag-build ka and na-market mo ng tama, you will be able to also share it with other people and they will reward you with money. So that is actually a good exercise. It's called, yung course module na yun I created just days ago. It's actually Junior AI Entrepreneurship ang tawag.
I love the name.
Yeah, Junior AI Entrepreneurship kasi I've always talked about AI entrepreneurship, digital products, but na-realize ko kapag tinuro mo siya sa bata, nakaka-inspire kasi when I grew up, nobody taught me that. I taught myself that. Na how I wish, parang I became the teacher that I wanted to have nung bata ako. So, yun.
Let's talk about money again. How much would a parent need to invest for their children to go to your boot camp?
Around 8 lang, 8,000, 7,000. But it's a one-day event, pero may work din si parent.
And where does this happen? Where does this boot camp happen?
It's usually at the House of Transformation, Ayala Malls, the 30th.
Oh, in Ortigas,
Yeah,
Pasig?
with Coach
Okay,
Russ,
nice,
yeah.
nice.
So it's usually there kasi unang-una mall,
Yeah.
malapit sa Potato Corner. Bata, di ba?
Easy to park.
Easy to park.
Kasi wala masyadong
So sabi
tao.
ko parang, yun na, kasi I'm also in the IM Plus community. And
Can you give us dates on when is your next boot camp for the kids? Because the reason why I personally promote in person and face to face is because they have enough screen time at home, and I
Yeah.
would rather have them see a human being teaching them how to prompt, giving them examples rather than watching a set of videos.
I agree.
It's still screen time.
I agree.
And they're like, of course, having them with their iPads, that's boring. I want to go on my iPad. But if there's some individual out there, a human being who could teach them, okay, this is what our future is going to look like, and let's test your creativity. Because kids tend to listen to other people, and if you're that authority and you're good with kids, they'll learn better than learning at home.
I agree.
That's why if you would create like a boot camp, you know what, 3 days is fine. You know, like one weekend could be 2 days.
Could be.
I mean, I myself am willing to invest in that because I know that's their future.
Yeah.
No school teaches this. You're the first company by far that I've heard who
Yeah.
does this. First individual, actually. you know?
Yes. Kaya medyo nakaka-pressure on my end din kasi parang kids teacher na kasi ako, so I have the background.
Which is quite.
Oo, tapos AI. So sige, pag-mix natin ka ako.
And what about for parents? Let's say I want to be there and this boot camp, 30-day boot camp with videos. How much should I need to invest in that?
Oh, that's actually around 17,995.
very
You can log on to jasmindeluna.com/bootcamp. But it's very cheap kasi lahat na natutunan ko na million ang binayad ko. Parang binuhos ko talaga lahat doon.
That's quite cheap because I know other courses would charge $1,000. Like you
Yep.
said, you spent a lot.
Yeah.
And plus, they don't really apply. I would rather prefer, like you said, if it's a one-day thing and then we got all these pre-recorded learn at your face courses, I would rather like meet someone like you and have some sort of mentor on that. because there's a ton of courses online. There's
Yeah.
free ones on YouTube, free ones in Coursera. But that lacks the human connection.
Yeah,
That's what we're
and-
looking for.
Yeah, and actually applying it bilang Pilipino. Kasi it's different. The Filipino market is different. Kaya I built Luna AI Systems. Kasi I've been an AI coach for half a year now. And then sabi ng mga estudyante ko na walang oras.
Yeah,
Pero may
always.
pambayad.
Always.
Sabi nila,
Always.
galit pa, Philip. Galit pa. Sabi ba naman, no? Just, nagbayad ako bootcamp. Okay naman siya. Pero sa sobrang stress ko sa buhay ko, sa negosyo ko, hindi ko na mapag-aralan, hindi ko mabuksan. Bakit di ka nalang magtayo ng company wherein may DFY or done for you? I'll pay anything you want. Tell me the price. I'll pay it. Sabihin mo lang, gawin mo lang for me kasi hindi ko na kayang pag-aralan yan. Wala na akong oras.
It's true. And that's why future of entrepreneurship, especially here in Pinas, I would rather hire someone who is as good as you and just make it happen for me. Because the true nature of entrepreneurship
Yeah.
diba, is you delegate, right?
Yeah.
You leverage. And focus on the time to grow the business, not do the business.
Exactly. Yung hindi ka maging empleyado ng sarili mong
Is this
negosyo.
something your company offers to, let's say, business owners like me? Can I hire you to do my own marketing? Instead of me hiring a marketing guy who has 20 years of experience, well, your company does it already.
Let me rephrase that. I will make your whole marketing team powered by AI. Kasi what we do is systems. So based sa gusto mo, I will make you an AI agent automation flow wherein it's just, for example, kunyari nagko-content ka, it will make you content, the script, tatawagan ka pa ng AI agent mo para, oh, Philip, 8 a.m. na, gumising ka na. Mag-content ka na.
Parang Jarvis ni Iron Man yan.
I actually have a Jarvis.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Bigay ko
no
sa
way.
yung video mamaya.
Sige,
I'm teaching
sige.
people to do their own Jarvis because it's fun.
When's the next bootcamp? Pretty interested. And I know a lot of our... Yeah.
Bootcamp, yung bootcamp kasi it's actually just online.
Okay.
Yung adult bootcamp. But usually meron akong masterclass. So the bootcamp is the 30-day virtual bootcamp na recorded at your own pace. Pero weekly kailangan mo ko i-meet. Kasi,
In person or virtual?
No, like in virtual,
Okay.
ng one-on-one. Because we need to tailor fit the AI tools sa gusto mo. Kasi baka meron doon na di mo naman kailangan. I will give you AI tools na wala doon. Okay?
Interesting.
Kasi marami yan eh. Marami yan. And recommendations. So, libre yun na makukuha mo with me with the bootcamp. Because it's not just a course, it's a community. It's a community of AI builders who wants to be better with AI, kung paano nila ma-incorporate yung AI sa business nila, how they can monetize it, right? And ayun, siguro Filipinos are really namumulat na sila na AI is really erasing geography. It's making geography irrelevant. Meaning, wala nang pakialam ngayon ng mga kliyente. Amerikano ka man, Italiano, Parisiano, Chinese, wala na silang pakialam if you're a Filipino or not. Ang pakialam nila is the results. And with the power of artificial intelligence at the palm of the hands of Filipinos, hindi ka na nga nila kailangan makita. You can just deliver them results with the power of AI. That's how powerful it is.
Our session, not most would understand what you do. And it's because our nation itself doesn't really support it,
Yeah.
right? But I bet you, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, when people start watching this video, which I think they'll start, that would be the time where maybe schools are offering it, right? Maybe that'll be the time universities are like, oh, we have an AI course.
I'm actually in the talks with DepEd with that. Kasi nga, we're a bit late. We're a bit late.
I think
with
we're too
AI.
late. ChatGPT has been around for a decade.
Yeah.
And it's only now nagbo-boom siya sa Pinas, right? So I bet you 10 years from now, when people watch this video and you explaining what your vision about the Philippines, you're going to be like the pioneer from then on. You're going to be the one of the founders of building up AI companies, and hopefully we get there.
Thank
and
you.
hopefully less than 10 years, because like you said, AI evolves. In a span of 1 year, it will evolve even faster
Indeed.
and more. And the problem with Pinas is that I think we need younger politicians because they don't
Yeah.
see it. Like what's going on right now, they don't see it. They don't know how to use AI or even automation or even the best tools in our government system. Right? So I think that's another topic that I want to talk about in the next session. Let's take a 5-minute break.
Sure.
Thank you for the first one. Very, very insightful.